Saw that whole thing that she did with Fredio.
On a random street. Y'all, today we are talking community fun. Who is giving what to the community? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to expose it all. Sky Squad, we are back in the building. And of course, we are talking the aftermath of last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta season premiere for season 15. Everybody is back and they are back at it. And of course, we got a good speak on it. So we're going to actually recap the episode in a video coming out a little later. I did my recap for it right after the episode last night, but I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, it's tea going on. So we're going to talk about the tea first, and then we're going to get into the episode that I recorded last night in just a bit. So I woke up this morning and I said, let me catch the speak on it. Let me see what's going on with speak on it and whatnot and woo. Right? So speak on it definitely elaborated on a whole lot that we've gotten bits and pieces of before, you know what I'm saying? But it painted a complete picture of why Kandi was saying what she was saying on the episode. Now, keep in mind that we get further explanation in the speak on it, so this is not addressed in my review per se. So just bear in mind that. Also, I have a lot of things going on today, so I just had to get this out. So Kandi says that according to, well, I don't know if it was her cousin or a cousin's friend, but Martell was being set up by, allegedly, let me put the alleged badge up here because we got to put it down. Allegedly, Martell was being set up for a date at the Blaze, okay, with, I think, her cousin, perhaps, or somebody she know personally or family, who was also on another TV show. And according to, now Kandi says he may not have known this, but his publicist was the person that was setting this up for the photo ops and things like that, right? So that's why in the interview with Shamia, she said what she said about she hopes that Martell is not using Sheree for a come up. Mind you, in the speak on it, okay, they mute Kandi anytime she say Martell's name, and I think anytime she says Sheree's name or Marlo's name, but I could be wrong, but I definitely know it was Martell's name, and I was like, that's interesting. So I guess she don't want them to be able to say that she using their name for clickbait, okay? Because Sheree says she made the good clickbait, which I guess you do make good clickbait. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I mean? We all saw the photos that came out with Sheree and Martell after they, appeared. And Kandi lets us know, as well as Shamia lets us know, that those photos were arranged. Oh, yes. Allegedly, according to Kandi in the speak on it, the photos that Sheree and Martell took was arranged and then sent to the blogs. Okay. So picture it. Sicily. Okay. 2022, you who are watching this right now and your boo decide that you want to make it public that y'all together. So what do? You go and hire one of the best photographers out there, okay? One of the best in the biz. And you say, photographer, I'm going to book you to have us take our photo. And then we're going to send it out to the blogs. Or our PR person going to send it out to the blogs. Whichever the case it is, that's how we're going to play it. That way we can let the world know what we allegedly doing. How about that? Okay. So Kandi lets us know that is basically what happened. And this had allegedly been, he had allegedly tried, well, the team allegedly tried to do this in the past, to get the photo ops and things like that down to the Blaze. Now, why would you try to do it down to the Blaze? Out of all the restaurants you could have done it at, okay, you got to do it at the Blaze? I don't know about that one. I don't know if that was the smart route to go. I mean, couldn't you? I mean, ain't there a Mastro's or something down there that you could have went to? Ain't there a steak, a steak and seafood place that? I mean, you know, I know. Listen, I mean, I just why would you do it there? That's interesting to me. I don't know. It's just so interesting. It's like we're gonna set up the shot here, okay? So Kandi and Shamia also let us know that. I thought that was interesting. I thought that was so fascinating to me because I'm like, you know, if in my mind there was at least a modicum of belief for this whole situation, it has definitely left the building now. Okay. Also, okay. Also, Kandi does elaborate on the whole Courtney situation. So she lets us know that Courtney was actually allegedly brought up to her by production. Okay. Hey, do you know this girl? You know, she says that she's met you before. And so, of course, Candy's going to want to know who she is. Okay. So she's like, well, who is she? So then she calls her friend and she's like, hey, do you know this girl? Because ultimately, she says that this happens just about every season when somebody new comes on. They want to bring in somebody that, you know some of the cast. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because they want to make it seem authentic. Well, she says that that's where it stemmed from, and that's how the whole situation with Courtney came about. She goes into detail about, you know, the friend that knows her, and then the Dina lady, which we'll talk about in the review of the episode. But that's how that whole situation came up. She lets us know that in the speak on it. So I thought that was good too. She does elaborate also on the situation with her and Todd as well, but I think that I covered that pretty well in the review that's coming up. But definitely go check out the speak on it. We got to talk also about the community service of it all. Community service is the move right now. So Sheree responds to what Kandi said in the episode. She says, and shout out to our friends over at the Bravo Shade Room for picking this up. She says, community service, community property. You should know former community punani. Okay. She don't use that word. I blocked out the word because it's another word that rhymes with us or oos. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Basically, she calling Kandi community punani. All right. So Kandi then claps back and says, you sure be going hard for somebody who's been giving hard eggplant to everybody. But go off, sis. Go off, sis. Mind you, I'm saying allegedly, because I don't know that man is giving community property to everybody. Although she does say in the speak on it that she does know a lady, because you know, Kandi know the people in Atlanta, a business woman who he was allegedly giving the given the ping to. Okay, so I mean, it's things are happening. Things are happening. So who is really and truly the community property here? I mean, community service is good. Anyway, Sheree says, does a friend hold information about a person you are dating, then brings it up months later on national TV? Let me know. Okay. Now, first of all, you know Sheree would have done it. So, I mean, it is what it is. But this could be referring to either Kandi or it could be referring to Kenya, okay? Because Kenya gets in on the action as well. A commenter says, Sheree, you just started dating the man. You invite him over for dinner. The woman chef shows up and his butt is already thinking about 3 ways. And so Kenya responds with the surprise, shocked face emoji. And so then Sheree claps back and says, when your rent a man gets delivered, then let me know so we can go on a double date. Rent a man, rent a man, rent a man, rent a mighty good man. Well, it sounds like that could possibly happen, Sheree, because we do know that Kenya is dating the Roy man from the KO Me Crazy place that Manetta allegedly hooked her up with. So perhaps it could all happen sooner than you think. Okay. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the speak on it. If you haven't watched it, I'll put the link in the description. And of course, the link for the extra tea that we got is in the description down below as well. And be sure to tap into our review of the entire episode. And we're going to talk about Sheree dating these dudes. All right. So we will catch you all in the next video. So I'm Richie Skye, the author and publisher of The Wickedest Wives, Desiree's Desire, which is book 1 in a series. This book is about redemption. It's the story of a disgraced journalist who has lost everything. And now she has to rebuild her life brick by brick. And what better way to do that than to join a reality TV show? Why not? Now, not only are we talking reality TV, so you know there's gonna be scandal, you know there's gonna be a little bit of deception, backstabbing, a little romance, and why not throw in a sprinkle of murder to really round out the excitement? So I really want you guys to dive headfirst into these books. Desiree's Desire is just the first of many to come. So I'm super excited for you guys to read this, and I want to know exactly what you think. So be sure to follow, like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.